to Planet Ice Widnes for this Morley North 1 matchup between the Widnes Wild and Whitley Warriors. Ben, a team who are normally sitting proud at the top, or thereabouts, have come to Planet Ice Widnes today with one mission, I think, and that is to make sure that they don't fall any further down the tree, because, believe it or not, even though Whitley stand in second place, they're 1 point ahead of the team in third place, Billingham. So things are really hotting up there in the northeast.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think over the last couple of weeks, you look at the fixtures, and there's been those northeast derbies a few times, and they are some tasty derbies. Them, but ultimately today, Whitley are going to come here looking to do a job on Widnes and drive that wedge in that top four gap, and give a little bit of breathing space to Solihull, because as it stands, we've got Solway Sharks, Whitley Warriors, Billingham Stars, and Solihull Barons.
I'll just get my clip up from my scantily clad assistant, David. Thank you.
They are your top four, and the points are so close. And I know we say this every week.
You say this, and the thing is, for me, I mean, we could talk about Whitley, you know, watching who, you know, Billingham being over the shoulder. The thing is, the one team that needs to be looking over the shoulder are the Widnes Wild.
Yeah, very much so. And we said it at the start of the season, and we'll reiterate it now. Don't write off the D-side Dragons because they are an unknown entity, or at least they were.
They're rolling at the moment.
Well, I said it last week. They've done probably one of the most dangerous things a team can do in sport, and they found their form towards the end when they've still got games in hand, when they've got everything to play for, when everyone else is starting to feel burnt out, or their mind starts to wander away from the league onto playoff hockey and stuff, and they can be easily distracted. And that's where the Dragons are currently setting their stall out, steamrolling teams.
Well, you say that, so as I've already said at the start of the show, Whitley Warriors in second place, Widnes Wild in fifth. Whitley have only played 25 games so far, whereas Widnes Wild have played 27. Yeah. They're one of the few teams that have already done a lot of their season. So, effectively, they're just going to be sitting back watching what other teams do, and basically their season could become in the hands of others, depending on results. Only one game lost at home for Whitley, which is really interesting. Yeah. That's a really well-drilled team. But on the road, 7-4-1. So, you know, they're there for the taking. The right team can do it. Can it be the Widnes Wild? Whitley, 8 points on top, away from top spot. Only one away from the Stars, though. And I think, if I'm honest, I think top spot is pretty much done.
Yeah, Solway have just outperformed this season, and I'll know it's been a very hotbed topic at the moment. Should Solway step up to the national? I'll let you guys discuss that out there, because, well, we're neutral. I think some of us, you know,
pop it on a postcard,
may have already said their piece online about it.
Yeah.
on said threads. However, you can't take anything away from the rest of the teams in the league, especially Whitley, who every time that matchup, you know, Solway-Whitley, that's a hell of a game. Whitley don't roll over by no means. They go out, they give a game. There's just something this year about the Solway team. They've been through the development, they've recruited well, they've trained well, and now they're reaping the rewards of all that.
Well, one of the things that has been said about Whitley this year is they're not the team of old. They've lost a couple of players. Not only that, they don't seem to travel so well. They're a small squad, but they're a tight squad.
They are, but I think that's one of probably the biggest understatements of the season, because I'm looking down the roster now, and we're talking 3-4 line hockey here.
Oh dear.
Good matchup, yeah. So by all means, that rumour of them.
It's a small team.
Yeah, it's a small team. But you look down the roster, and it goes without saying, the Whitley Warriors, there are those familiar names which you expect to see in there. You've got, obviously, Captain Fantastic himself, Dean Holland. Dean has been absolutely superb all season, grabbing the bull by the horns, leading the lads forward, as you expect. You know, Kippy's still in there as well. Edgar's still floating around, no surprise there for Edgar. But then you're looking down now, and this is where, a few seasons ago, we saw the Billingham Stars get the jump on it and they started doing this early, and that was that youth turnaround. And
Which
the
has paid off well for them.
Exactly, and the reshuffling the roster. Nottingham constantly in that turnover and that turmoil. Sheffield started finding that late this season, and then Widnes have only just really this season, kind of after Joey kind of got control, that's what started happening again. This this new influx of young skaters coming into it, and you've seen this like progression. But Whitley and Billingham are both in the situation where they were a bit announced about them, and they started this a year before everyone, so they're now reaping the reward of having those young kids who've had ice time out there in this league, experience of what this league's got to offer, and they've skated with some of those old heads that can just infuse absolute experience on them.
Well, I can put an argument to you there, Ben, because I mean, I know we're saying about most of these teams are starting to bring youth in and stuff like that, which obviously it's great to see young blood coming into the sport. But D-side, man, that's a team that we said in the last episode, the last stream we did, between the Dragons and the
you
Wild.
could roll it 5 years
You could roll that roster back 5 years, with the exception of it was McKinney and a few others.
McKinney and Volusiak are really the only big differences there.
But some of those names in that squad were kids back 5 years ago.
Well, exactly. You now look at it. Perks, Parry, Chris Jones has even matured a lot. Give me Stu, sorry,
he's
monkey.
not a kid.
I know, yeah. But
in the mind is it? In his mind he is.
But the thing is, you are right, and those lads, even Spridgen, Charlie Spridgen, Mike Rogers, and netminder, they've all matured and they've all grown with the game, and they've got a bit more hockey nous about them now.
Plus they went off to other teams when D-side had that
Exactly,
year out, so they've got a bit of experience.
Well.
But yeah, I mean, and the likes of Kennedy have come back from Telford. So I mean, that's all teams and players, well, a lot of the younger players are like sponges, I assume.
Well,
they soak all this up, and Billingham have been a perfect example of that. Whitley
have got their the contention of the youth. You look down, so Lewis Crisp, Adam Woodstiller, Harry Harley's been the standout this season, Adam Finlinson, another one.
But they're all names that
Connor
we've heard
Lewis,
before,
exactly. Jay Lucas, Jamie Ord. These are names that, yeah, they might have been around a season or two and not have been as standout, but now they've found their feet, they've found their place in the team, they found what works. And the thing is, it's easy to say with Whitley, from the day dot, whatever Dean Holland says, everyone buys into, and it's always worked.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, and they go out, and Whitley play their own brand of hockey, which is clinical and smash mouth at the same time. It's their own unique style where if they need to get physical, they will, and you'll know about it. But they do it in such a way it looks clean, and then they come away with the puck, and it's a big thing that Widnes are struggling with at the moment, because Widnes are like a light switch. It's either all technical and speed or all gritty and smash mouth hockey. They've not found that perfect balance. It's like the best way to describe the two teams: Widnes are a light switch, it's A or B. Widnes at the dial, they can just dial it where they... Whitley at the dial, they can twist it to where they need it to be at the time.
So they adjust their play for the opponents to come in.
And that's going to be the big thing today. There are a lot of light switch teams in this league at the moment, and then there are those that are slowly adjusting to the dimmer, and you're starting to see it now.
Well, you're hitting an interesting point there, but I must say a few of the results have been rather interesting for Whitley this year, because the games haven't been as smash and grab as you think, where they've been like one-sided, because they've been quite close results. Birmingham have taken them close. In fact, they've beaten them in their own barn.
But we don't talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't get the no. But teams are starting to get closer, and
the whole league is. Yeah, you look a year or two back, and the Solway and the Warriors back then were out of reach for 90% of the league, and now they're not. The Stars are back within touching distance. The Barons aren't too far behind them. The Wild again aren't too far behind them. And it's showing how much this league is progressing, how much the quality of this league is getting better, and it's only boding well for things to come.
Well, looking back at Widnes and the really bad result from last week, even though they beat Nottingham, and it was a close game again, Nottingham fought hard.
Yeah.
They struggled drastically in that last game against D-side. What have they got to do to come into this one?
Widnes, first and foremost, have got to come out basically and not dance to the beat of the other team's drum, and that's something we've seen them do so often.
They've got to set their stall out.
Yeah, they need to come out and play hockey from the dot, and they need to play their brand of hockey, what works for them. They have been very, very foul of play into the level of their opponent. And
that's not always been the best thing.
I was going to say, I'll take nothing away from the likes of your Sheffields, your Nottinghams, you know, your Blackburns, your D-sides that are behind and lower in the table than Widnes at the moment. But when they do have to play those higher league teams, your Solways, your Whitleys, your Billinghams, for some reason, they just seem to pull it out the bag and they start playing hockey like we know the Widnes of old can. They're against Whitley today. We expect them to come out and start playing that sort of, you know, that level of hockey. We may see what, you know, this new look Widnes Wild under the captaincy, or sorry, under the helm of Joe Coulter, is going to be like. I think it's going to be a true test of where Widnes really are at the moment. I think it's going to give a lot of insight into how much work needs to be done. It's going to give a lot of insight on who can buy into this and who can play this sort of level.
Well, you said that with Matty last week.
And what the expectancy of this team that Joey's looking for is who can hang with them, and who, you know, who's looking a bit ropey, who's looking a bit lost out there. Don't really want to pick on people, but we kind of mentioned it last week in the commentary. Andy Hopkins just looked a little lost out there last week. Something wasn't clicking with him. Let's hope he's firing on all cylinders today. There's been a few hotheads out there recently who easy button pushes
that
have
imploded
and caused a little bit of disruption. Joe Greaves, Mike Gilbert, you know, the people have been trying to pick on Tom Jackson as well to implode. He's held his own.
Well, Tom's not playing today, though.
No, Tom's playing today.
Is he? Oh.
So, yeah, the big notable scratches for Widnes are going to be Will Harper, who's still serving that suspension.
Okay, yeah.
Jake Lowndes picks up back up instead of Evan Coles. And there's no Adam Giuseco, but they have got back Cohen Taylor as well. That's going to be big, and Alex Mitchell's here again. It'll be interesting to see whether Widnes play the stay-at-home defensive man today, or whether, with what we've seen with Harper recently as well, and more Hughes has been doing it, and John O'Williamson, that defender pushing up and almost acting like the fourth attacker, and then, you know, Jackson or Ruddock's been sat at home as the stay-at-home D.
But as you pointed out in the last game, that left them wide open at the back.
And that's something straight away Whitley will exploit. We know, you know, Kippy knows exactly what he's doing. He'll love those holes. You know, he's got a few, you won't mind me saying this, but he's got a bit of mileage on his clock, Kippy. But he can still move with the best of them.
I think if Widnes come out and play a tentative game and set their stall out early, if it's to the Whitley's liking and they score quickly, it could be difficult. But I have the feeling Whitley might just sit back and see what Widnes put out first.
I think you're actually right. The first period may be very calm, very slow, feeling each other out with the punches to see how it goes. I'm expecting Harry Harley to be right in the net, in the crease, causing Miles Finney no end of problems. I'm expecting to see Jamie Ord jamming that net up as well. You know, there's going to be a few names out there. Adam Finlinson, he's going to be controlling that centre ice, I think, as well. Dean Holland obviously does what he does best and stuff. And then you look at the net, and you know you've got a toss-up here: Josh Crane or Dean Bowater. I'd take either, if I'm honest. You know, both really good netminders.
Bowater's always been good.
But yeah, it's going to be Dean. If I had to put money where my mouth is, I'd edge out Dean to get the nod for the start. It'll be interesting. Unfortunately, Wild aren't in that position. When it comes to experience, Miles obviously is bags of experience over Jake.
You're going to say miles of experience.
Miles of experience, yeah. See what I did there?
Miles ahead.
Yeah. Of Jake, and that's nothing against Jake. However, you know, there's a time and a place for giving you backup netminder ice time and things. I don't think it's going to be in this one unless Whitley go out and they get 5-6 goals ahead, and it seems like it's gone.
Well, all these games are really important as we come to the final end run out of the season, and it will determine where teams sit in the final standings. We now know that the league have said it's going to be an 8-team playoff, of which the playoffs will be held in Altrincham, we believe. But depending on where teams stand, so we know number one spot's pretty much solid. 1 will play 8, 2 will play 7, 3 will play 6, 5 will play 4.
So in those matchups, looking right now, it looks like it's going to be, so it'll be Nottingham, Solway, then it'll be Whitley, Blackburn, then it'll be D-side, Billingham, and Wild, Solihull.
See, the teams might accept that, and that's why it's interesting, because this game, neither team can sit back and go, yeah, we're happy where we are, we'll take that. Because these side are chasing up the pack now.
They'll give Billingham a game. Yeah. They really will.
But I'm sure...
And to be fair, so Blackburn will give Whitley a game as well.
But I'm sure that D-side won't be happy sitting where they are now.
Oh, no.
And they'll be chasing that pack. They'll want to get into 5th spot, possibly 4th.
Yeah,
They've got it with all those games in hand. They could quite easily catch up, and the dynamics could change. But, of course, you can catch all the live games from Widnes Wild here, and, of course, the playoff games that we're allowed to cover. It's still pending, of course. And hopefully, if we get permission, you'll be the first people to know on our YouTube channel, where you can catch all our other games from the previous season. 9 seasons of it.
9 seasons to Drop the Puck on YouTube, including our free Friday night highlight package, bringing you the best in all the action from around the North One Morley League. But yeah, massive shout out to everyone who has bought a ticket today. Thank you very much for supporting. And a big hello to everyone in the Sandpiper there. Hi guys. So, you know, supporting the team, getting together, that's great to see. Yeah.
Do you know what?
This is an interesting game, Gary.
I'm going to say that I think Whitley are going to come here to do a job.
If Whitley come out firing on all cylinders, like I fully expect them to, Widnes have been caught cold-footed on the start so many times, slow out the gate. It could be a bloodbath in the first period. However, if Whitley come out and are just going to feel what Widnes are bringing today, then it might not be until mid-second period that we see them really open up. They might draw the Wild in, really see what they've got to, you know, test them a little bit, and then put the pedal to the metal.
This is a really interesting game, actually. You know, it's one of them. It could go either way, but on paper, Whitley are definitely the team that look like they should walk away with the points. Who knows? Anybody can beat anybody on their day, unless you're Solway.
Well, yeah, it's pretty much in the bag then, isn't it?
So
the teams are coming to the ice now. So quickly, we will say that we've got the game sheets through. So tonight's officials, Mr. Hamilton will take charge with the armbands. He's supported by Mr. McKinnon and Mr. Woodward. So there's your officials, Team Stripes.
Team Stripes, always a winner,
of course.
But I think this is eagerly awaited by you fans at home. It's certainly been awaited by us, and hopefully we're going to give you a good game today. Without further ado, I think it's time to go down to the ice. It's time to
drop the puck. Well, as the teams do make their way out, you can see the Warriors sporting the claret and white. And the Wild are about to make their entrance.
That's a small squad, that.
Yeah, that's a small squad, he says, as they fill their entire half of the ice.
I've seen smaller, but that's all right. Do you know what? I like the Whitley kit.
We've spoken about this before. It's a nice kit.
Yeah, it is a nice kit. And funny enough, dare I say, the D-side kits have been nice this season as well.
Yeah, very much so.
They look very sort of American, you know, with all the different stripes and stuff.
So, looking around, so it will be the Widnes Wild in their traditional gold and black, or canary yellow and black, however you want to call it.
With the claw marks.
Yep. And it looks like Crane's got the nod. So Josh Crane will be your starting netminder.
Yeah, Dean Bowers and then just over at the glass giving his dad a kiss.
Both teams take the lines for the national anthem. And we will get coverage of the game started shortly.
A good crowd today here at Widnes.
Yeah, good turnout. Well, the anthem's out the way, it's time to play. It's going to be a game, I tell you, Gary.
Yeah, it never gets old, that, does it?
It never. I love it.
Well,
so, as we did say earlier, we look out And it is Josh Crane who gets the nod. He will be your starting Whitley netminder. Josh has been around a little bit now. He knows the script. He'll probably have a good feel for Widnes, to be fair. And he's been a bit of a brick wall at times. Don't think he's going to have to really stand on his head for this one, Gary. If I'm honest, he's probably going to have a comfortable day. Still face a little bit of challenge, though. But you look at that squad, that's no small squad. They're here to do a job.
Yeah, and without further ado, I think down to the other end of the ice, a familiar face between the metal posts. Finney gets the nod, as we expected. And he's going to have a hard day at the office today, I think, Ben.
He is. You look at some of that firepower, that Whitley bring them with them today. And
the defence will be a key factor for Widnes today.
It really will. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. If Widnes can tighten up their defence a little bit, they might stand a chance of coming out this. And it pains me to say this, Gary, but you've got to give in to form on this one, and you kind of got to fancy Whitley.
Yeah, nice to see a few guests in the audience as well. Mr. Longstaff has made the trip over from the Etihad to watch the game today.
Well, the lads went and supported him, so it's only fair.
Yeah. I know where I'd rather have been, though.
Yeah. So Mr. Hamilton calls both starting lineups to the centre ice, and interestingly, Barlow, Britton and Corson Heron.
Wow.
Second line starting out for the Wild, and it looks like it's going to be Fraser, Edgar and Holland for the Warriors, and away we go, and it's the Wild who win possession of that first with Britton.
Wow.
And Corson Heron, it's bodied off.
Yeah,
Edgar sends that back for Wood, who's going to send it around, picked up by Fraser, knocked on. Jackson's there though for the Wild to pick that up quickly. That's going to be an offside on Barlow early on.
Wow. Straight from the off there, Holland bullying the player straight from the face-off. And you think, whoa, is this the way it's going to be?
That's what Dean Holland does. He brings the physicality in a clever way.
D-side did that last week though, and they bullied Widnes off the puck a lot.
Exactly.
So maybe they've watched our stream.
Face-off is won by the Wild. Jackson can't reel that one in. Finlayson tries to jump on the mistake early, but they've managed to break out with it now. Barlow looks inside, holds up, finds a good pass through, but it's turned out by Wood. Oh, shot on Crane, leg pad save, turns it around the corner. It was Adam Wood who, key defensive move there, shut that pass out from Barlow. Wild though, really coming out early here.
Yeah, nice pressure.
And they certainly haven't started slow, but it's going to be Harley now. Harry Harley just taking his time, creates a little bit of space, looks for the big stretch pass up. Finlayson unable to really get a hold of that one. Put across by Lucas. Jay Lucas with the shot. First sign of rubber for Finney. Now up the other end, Hopkins taken off the puck by Lewis. Connor Lewis goes to work along with his teammate there, Finlayson. And now Whitley find Lucas on the loop. Lucas on the blue again. Cleans the zone. Scooped up by Ruddock.
Yeah, they need to be making sure that when they're doing these passes with this, that they're connecting with people. Last week, a lot of pucks just left out in the open.
Yeah, it was McDonald sent it in. Good shot in from Hyde. Comfortable enough from Crane to release that one. But the body comes flying in again. Dan Hyde picking the pocket of McDonald there.
Well,
but it's going to be Crisp who's picked it up. Crisp up the left wing. Looks to cut inside. Puck straight through into the middle. And it looked like it was Fraser who was trying to skate onto that. But however, the Wild have managed to recover that, turn it round. Edwards now. Edwards into the middle. Coulter just makes sure that goes back to Murray. Coulter again. Can't get it past Holland. Holland starting his defensive duties on the blue line. And we know this is the sort of pressure that Widnes can't contain.
Yeah, good start so far by Widnes, but you can see glimpses of Whitley can show their edge.
So Coulter, Armstrong, Edwards is your first line tonight for the Wild. Edgar, Holland and Fraser back out there. Wood sends it through again. That's going to ring round the back of Finney's net. Picked up in the corner on the half boards. Look to be sent back in once more. Coulter quickly change direction. Armstrong holds that up, gets it out to Murray, to Edwards. Edwards through the zone,
Oh,
gets round his man. Thomas puts it backhand for Coulter, who tries a really tight angle. He's got to grease that one up if he wants anything of it. Gets it out to Murray at the point. Murray puts it back in, finds Edwards. Edwards out in front. Gets it there to Coulter. Coulter swings and misses. Yeah. Fans on the shot, and Whitley going to break on this quickly. Through the middle with Holland. Holland back out to Edgar on the wing. Edgar puts it on net.
Oh.
And it was good effort. Great pad save there from Finney, but it bounced straight back onto the skate of Holland and back up the other way. Edwards gets round his man. A look to, and Wood stands tall as Harley comes in to support. Well,
that was David and Goliath there with Edwards.
But Edwards will go for those. He doesn't care. Ord puts the puck on net. Scooped out, and there we see now Hughes. Hughes going to be playing defence today for the Wild. Edwards knocks that on. Turned around quickly for Ord to flick in again for Whitley.
Yeah, quick line change for Wild.
Finlayson around that far side, tries to keep the play going, but it's going to fall to Barlow. Barlow, great pass. Corson Heron's wide open. Corson Heron inside the dot, holds it. Tries to throw it out in front, and Harry Harley slams the door shut on him.
Yeah.
And now up that right wing, Harley throws it in. He's going to go for the quick change. Picked up Finlayson. Looked to fan on the shot. Yeah, Jackson holds up well.
Don't think Finney knew where that was going then.
No, I don't think anyone did. Knocked on again by Barlow. Can Lewis hold him?
Well,
no, Barlow's managed to recover it. He's got support arriving in the form of Britain. Whitley clear the zone. Ruddock decides to find Barlow in his own zone. Corson Heron gets it over to Britain, and that's going to be an offside call. So Britain just ahead of the puck. But good flow early on from the Widnes Wild. The Wild started showing glimpses of this last week against the D-side Dragons, but really didn't capitalise or take it any further.
Yeah, it was a little bit too late, wasn't it, in the game?
Again, dare I say, are they playing to the level of their opponents?
Well, they have performed well against Whitley in the past. Oh, and there's a little word being said to the Whitley bench there. Just wait for the official to finish his conversation.
I'm just wondering, is it they're going to say that Matty needs to be wearing a helmet on the gate?
Quite possibly, yeah.
We'll see. Whatever it is, it's been and done. So Andy Weatherall against Mike Gilbert. Bodies on high. Does Crisp look to put it on high, but he shakes it off. Meehan sends it forward.
Well cut out.
Turn round again. Thrown forward. Whitley looking to put some pressure on, but Widnes just answering the call. Hopkins sends it back. Taylor, Cohen Taylor's going to skate that one in. Puts the body on in the corner. Creates space for Hyde to get in there, puts it across on the platter for Hopkins, who fanned on it. It came at some pace. Fraser's managed to get in there. Well, it was that Fraser and Wood who took him off the puck in the end, and they've allowed Whitley back in on him. Quick play to Holland, looking for the quick up. They've got Edgar, gains the blue. With Fraser, turned over straight away to Taylor again. Sent back, and Hyde give McDonald some pressure. He's played it out to Holland. Holland into the corner to Edgar. Edgar in the office, looks for the wraparound, comes all the way round.
Whoa!
And that was just calm as you like.
Right at Finney.
Yeah, but it's picked up by Armstrong, who decides he's going to dump that in. Chased down by Edwards. Crane comes out of his net to stop that behind.
Yeah, nice play there. Back pass.
Warriors look up ice. Edgar with the puck.
Wow.
Good little move from Coulter. He still managed to get the shot on, though. Edwards goes to work in the corner. Whitley recover. Harley at the point, winds up, takes a shot. We know Harry Harley can finish there, and we've seen it in previous games.
Widnes can't allow these Whitley players just to glide through them like they are doing.
Yeah, and they don't want them setting up like they are right now.
Yeah.
And this is where it's going to get dangerous for the Widnes side.
Oh, he nearly went for the
Harley
one-timer.
again, trying to use the screen. Widnes managed to recover it, and it's times like that. They found Edwards.
Oh, he lost his edge a bit there.
Yeah, Edwards just losing out, unfortunately, to Harry Harley. Coulter, though, goes to work in the neutral zone against Kippin. Comes away with the puck for the Wild. Backhand pass, loose puck, scooped up by Lucas. Jackson's there for the support. Wild retain possession, throw forward for Corson Heron, second line coming out now for the Wild. Corson Heron puts it out in front, Edwards tried to get his stick there, it's wrapped up by Crane, and that's the first real opportunity for the Wild.
Yeah, the Corson Heron there just trying to go up the side, looking for the pass, and Edwards just narrowly misses his opportunity, and it's soaked up by Crane. 13:26 remaining in this first period here at Planet Ice Widnes. It's Widnes Wild 0, Whitley Warriors 0.
Face off, left hand side of Crane's net taken quickly. Barlow just held that up for enough for Jackson, gets it back to Barlow. Barlow out in front for Corson Heron, who's cleared out the crease. Nets off its moorings, but let's look at that play again from Whitley. You see here, Barlow just holds the puck up. Quick play in from Jackson as Barlow comes around the back. Corson Heron's posted on the front door.
Yeah, good play there by Corson Heron, using the referee as a screen, but
well,
he nearly got away with it.
I think it was Anthony Weatherall that cleared house there then. Weatherall against Britain on the draw this time. Jackson has to think quickly. Barlow pressured by two players. Almost coughs the puck up to Yarrow.
It's a little bit scrappy down here, isn't it?
Owen Yarrow with his cage on, looks up. Good pass over to McDonald. McDonald with some pace down the right wing now. Got three defensive men back for the Widnes Wild. Hughes absolutely nails him to the boards. Lucas is going to recover that puck, sends it back into the office. Great little 1-2 from the Whitley men. And now Hughes for the Wild. Looks up ice, has to think quickly, avoid the body. McDonald picked that up on the red line. Takes it in. Just holds it up, allows his teammates to get back on. And in the play, Holland and Edgar in the mix now. Poor pass from Holland has just allowed the Wild to throw that puck down the other end. That's going to be an icing call, but it does allow the Wild to reset and get themselves a little bit of composure.
Well, interestingly enough there, Ben, you know, just when Whitley are clearing house, they're getting the puck away from their end, how quick that they can transfer it from one end to the other.
The transition game is amazing.
Yeah, and
that's one thing we were talking about earlier on, how they used to be out of reach, and that's one of the things why.
They move it quickly, don't they?
Action back underway from the face-off. Barlow's going to pick that up in the neutral zone. Tries to find Corson Heron, but a little bit too much on the pass. Allows Finlayson in on that one. Edgar sends it back the other way. Holland.
Ooh.
Holland shot on. Apologies, it was Harley earlier. But yeah, another shot on. Now was Finney starting to see rubber.
Yeah, quickly. They managed to pick the puck up there, and Holland sees his opportunity, fires it in, but Finney picks it out the air. And still 0-0.
Face-off will be right-hand side of Miles Finney's net. Edgar goes in for the draw against, is that Gilbert? It is. Good blocker save into the corner from Finney. Wild looking to set something going. Lovely pass from Gilbert around Harley. Hyde holds it up, he's got Hopkins.
Oh, 3-on-1.
Wow! Danny Hyde! Well, he baited Adam Wood into going low and shutting the pass lane off.
Yeah, you can
Once all doors were closed, there was only really one option.
So he pauses there briefly. Looks like he's going to send it across. All the defence just wait for it, but he fires the puck home near post. It's now Widnes Wild 1, Whitley Warriors 0.
Well, top shelf on Crane is a hard place to find. Catches everybody on the defensive. Puck watching there, I think. He saw Adam Wood went down, shut that pass lane off. There was no option there to try and find either Gilbert or Hopkins. So Hyde takes matters into his own hands, and now, for the first time this season, I believe, Widnes have the lead over Whitley.
Possibly, yeah. Thing is now,
Taylor bodied off the puck.
This is the point
McDonald,
now, Ben.
yeah, this is the spark that Widnes need. They need to keep that momentum going.
But is it the spark that Whitley need?
Yeah, the wake-up spark. Well, Finlayson slams on there. Put it out in front, trying to find a misdirect from Taylor. McDonald can't keep it in. Hyde forces him out the zone. They tie up right in front of the Fresco environmental penalty bin. Lewis. Thrown in again. Comfortable for Murray of the Wild, who's found Taylor. Taylor fans on his pass originally, then gets it past Chris. McDonald's there. A lot of cages out on the ice at the moment. Young, nippy players. The sort of style game you're going to see today, I think. Less of the physical. Puck works its way back onto Finney's net. Murray behind the net, just holds it up. Find Williamson. Williamson plays it out. Corson Heron knocks it on. Clever play. allows Widnes to start moving up on that with McDonald. Williamson on McDonald like his shadow. Whitley though, great pass through the middle, managed to find Crisp. Crisp's got Bethlehem in support. Drops it back for Edgar.
Oh!
Apologies, no, Edgar Wood.
Yep. Oh, bullied off it there. They've got it back again.
And Crisp finds Edgar. Looks to go all the way round.
Yeah, nobody to play it back to then.
Holland and Chris making some moves through, but they've managed to get to Wood again. Wood takes a shot.
Ooh.
Low and hard, looking for the spill up. Turned around the corner by Finney. Harley,
Oh, here we
all
go.
the time in the slot to pick Harry Harley. And he's put it right into the pads. Oh,
hello.
we'll see it again.
Yeah.
And I told you, you've got to be careful with Harry Harley. He knows where the net is. Look at the amount of space he's got.
How wide was that?
Unfortunately, ends up shooting straight at Miles Finney.
Well, 10 minutes remaining in this first period. It's been exciting so far, but it currently stands at Widnes Wild 1, Whitley Warriors 0.
Well, Mr. Hamilton, just having a quiet word with Harry Harley now. I think it was the follow-up on the puck there.
But it just goes to show, and you picked it up there, how much space did Harley have there?
Face-off, right-hand side of the Wild net. Britton and Edgar go in for the draw. Wild come out with it. Wood sends that straight back in. Jackson has to look up. Thinks about playing the quick ones, coursing Heron up the boards. Barlow read that one well as Harley tried to turn it around very quickly. Fraser is going to skate that one back to Harley. Harley has to think quickly off the half boards again.
Confident passing by the Warriors.
It is. It's tape to tape. It's beautiful. Fraser takes the shot. What a blocker save from Finney. He tried to go top shelf on Finney. He windmills the blocker and somehow pulls it out the air, throws it on the floor in front of him.
It looks like it hit Finney in the head there. He's shaking his head a bit. But, nevertheless.
Barlow finds Hyde skating forward. Hyde takes a shot again. Dan Hyde, not far from target. And he certainly got his scope adjusted today. Lovely little backhand, but there's nobody there. Gilbert now in. Holland clears that away off the tee. And he's found Edgar though. Edgar and Ord. Edgar misses and fans on his initial pass. Turned back by Mitchell. Clever play.
They've got to watch the loose change here, because Whitley will make them pay.
Finlayson tries to skate it all the way in, tries to go backhand last second.
Wow.
We'll see it again on the replay now. Finlayson picked that puck up, skated it in. But Adam Finlayson then, absolute great opportunity for the Warriors. Did everything right, sat Finney down.
He's so close as well. But the thing is, though, picked it up before. Now the officials having a quiet word there with Mikey Gilbert. There's a lot more passing between the Widnes Wild players, short passing, but nice long passes between Whitley, and then they're stretching this game out.
Well, that's the confidence of Whitley have got. We saw Widnes in games previous try and do those long passes. Shot comes in again from the Warriors.
They're trying to do too much, though.
Well, no, you see, those stretch passes of weeks gone, that's an offside call. Of weeks gone, we're getting them pickpocketed, and they were getting caught out on them, then getting caught round the back. Coulter's seeing that now, so he's like, bring them back in, look to where you're passing. Quick tic-tac-toe passes is the way forward.
Yeah,
that's now starting to work for them. They're moving the puck in the right direction.
And if anybody knows that, it's definitely Joey Coulter.
Well, exactly. Face off out in front of our commentary position. Kippen and Gilbert going for the draw.
Wild,
Mike Gilbert beats out Sean Kippen on that one, and the Wild send the puck in. Hopkins tried to keep it in there, but it was Lewis who swept it out, and now the Warriors look to set up. Yarrow sent round. Wild dispossessing, throw it in again for Hopkins to chase Lewis. Hopkins looks more awakened in this game. There's an off-puck collision. Nothing's given. As McDonald of the Warriors just calmly hold it up. It's a giveaway, Edwards! Edwards!
Oh my goodness!
Didn't realise where he was or what was going on, but
he
suddenly finds it on a platter.
He's sitting there and as calm as you like, the puck comes to him.
He sees the opportunity coming, yeah.
He got headlights within his eyes then.
Well, Reece Edwards, he won't live that one down. A few laughs there.
You can't afford to miss them when you gifted them.
Josh Crane, though, standing tall. Could have easily gone in, but it was Crane that stopped the shot.
Well, he's a big unit, Crane, isn't he?
Agile, though, that's a dangerous thing. Big and agile. We see that. There's another off-ice collision, off-puck collision, this time involving Jackson. Now he's in the way of the clearance. Tom Jackson is probably looking to find the darkest corner of the rink right now and going, hide it.
Get involved, Tom.
Coulter. He's got support in the form of Armstrong. Decides to take the shot on himself. Crane hugging up at the near post already. Jackson sends it back in, all the way in forward, over to Harley. Played up. Sent forward by Wetherell. Lets it run for Chris. Hughes gets there first. 7 minutes remaining in this first period. Still the Wild, a goal for the good. Jackson to Coulter. Coulter just holds on to that one as he lets Edgar skate past. Holland dispossesses Armstrong. Edgar up the left wing now, looking for support as he comes through the middle. Top of the slot, takes the shot. You heard it ring off the metal work. Call it a warning shot, guys. Whitley are starting to come at you.
Yeah.
Holland back out in front as they're queuing up. Edgar takes a shot. What a save from Finney. Gets his stick under the leg pad last second. Edwards manages to get round his man. Full race between McDonald and Edwards. Edwards has managed to push it forward again. McDonald turns it round, finds Edgar. Edgar under pressure from Britain. And this certainly a different look Wild side, Gary.
Well, this is the kind of play we wanted to see out the Wild in a while, but certainly,
looked like he was screwing up the one time out in front. Save. Smothered out by the defence, and they are awake today, the Wild defencemen.
Well, I think they're going to have to be after last week's performance.
Well, that's just going to give confidence for Finney knowing he's got that extra wall. But there it is. The pressure was building. It's that man Kipping.
Yeah, near post. And we'll just see it now on the replay. The puck gets fed in. Defence just getting ready. And he comes in.
Kipping. Yeah, absolutely beautiful on a platter.
Comes in from behind and then manages to squeeze it in at the post. It's now Widnes Wild 1, Whitley Warriors 1. Well, there's still a bit of a discussion though going on, but I think the goal will stand. The
goal is going to stand. What they're saying is possible netminder interference, but you saw it clear as day there. Harley goes past the byline, sends that puck in, and it's beautiful control from Sean Kipping. Yeah, forehand, backhand, round the back of Finney.
Yeah, they didn't see him coming. The defence, he came from behind the defence, and this is the thing, they've got to keep their head on a swivel.
They need to clear out the crease as well. There's too many times this season they've been guilty of letting the crease become crowded, and even they've been letting the opposing teams use their own defensemen as screens.
I'm going to say as well, the loose change, we keep mentioning this in Widnes games.
He needs to clean the trash.
Yeah, Finney needs to make sure he gets those. He just lets them bounce off.
Well, face-off gets us back underway with 5:53 remaining in this first period. It's now a goal apiece, and Finlandson with a bit between his teeth charges forward. Looks to go round Gilbert, who interestingly is playing defence. Hyde skates forward. Still Dan Hyde.
Wow,
stick ties up. He's managed to come out with the puck somehow. Still Dan Hyde. Sends it back behind the net. Hopkins picks it up. Tries to get out in front for Gilbert. Williamson's going to pick it up for the Wild. Kipping sends it round. Quick change for the Warriors. Wild sent back. Dare I say, there's no real atmosphere here in the arena. That goal from the Warriors seems to have knocked all the
stuffing out of them.
Yeah.
And it's not even Christmas.
Fans have gone quiet. Good move by Chris. Keeps the puck up the Warriors' offensive zone. But Gilbert's got other plans. He manages to break out now. Gilbert and Edwards, interestingly. Edwards goes all the way around, takes the shot. Crane gets the glove out. And now the first line trying to get on.
Cheeky little boy him.
So Gilbert, Coulter, Edwards, that first line. It's obviously swapped out for Ken Armstrong. And on comes Ken now. Lewis manages to get it around to Holland again. Good play on the far side by Coulter as he disrupts the breakout. But it's Holland is through. Dean Holland, best Hughes takes him off that one. Great stick lift.
That's woke the fans up a little bit.
We'll see it again quickly.
Yeah.
This absolutely crucial moment here as he stick lifts him and denies him.
Yeah, it's good play.
Back to the action. Puck in the neutral zone, picked up by the Wild. Turned around to Whitley again. Warriors looking to set something up. Edgar feeds it out in front, trying to find Fraser in the paint area. And that's gone up and out of play. But what a defensive move by Bez Hughes there to shut down Dean Holland.
And if there's anybody you would expect to be able to pull something like that off, it's definitely Bez Hughes. But the Warriors are starting to step it up a little bit now, putting a lot more pressure on that net. And Finney certainly...
I certainly think the Warriors have done exactly what you said, Gary. They've come out and they're kind of just coasting at the moment, going with the Wild, absorbing the pressure on, seeing what the Wild have got to bring.
Yeah.
But obviously, that Kipping goal, just a nice little wake-up call to keep them in it, and just to remind the Wild, we are here. You know what we can do.
3:43 remaining in this first period. It's all square, one apiece.
Face off.
Yeah, go on.
Face off, right-hand side of the net. Is taken quickly. Shot comes in early from Harley. Low and hard, deflected off traffic. Edgar, taken off the puck by Ruddock. And Taylor's going to try and get over there and get in on that puck quickly. Does so. Tries to clear it out for the Wild. Tries to go to Barlow on the far side.
Oh, everybody's a little
Ruddock
asleep there.
Throws that puck forward.
Oh, here we go.
Britton moves it again to Barlow. Barlow this time shut down by Adam Wood.
And again.
Decides he's going to go back. Corson Heron out to Barlow. Barlow couldn't reel it in. But that's a different look from the Wild. Reacted. I can't even get my words out because they're catching me off guard.
They're big words, are they?
Yeah. Their reactions are quicker and a lot more sharp. Yeah, a lot more sharp this week than they have been. You wouldn't have seen them trying to pull pucks out the air this high up the ice.
Oh, and again.
And they are sailing pucks through that crease now. It's going to be...
Surprisingly, though, it's the Warriors players that just seem to be sailing past it.
Are they inviting all this energy from the Wild on, though? Are they allowing the Wild to burn out?
Well, I was going to say that. They burn out the boosters early, and the Warriors will definitely make you pay because they've got plenty in the tank.
Williamson finds Corson Heron against the half boards, sends it around for Barlow, but it's going to be Ord that gets there first. Ord turns up ice, he's got pace, uses his men around him. Lovely move from Finlayson, a little spin move there. Sent forward for Kipping. Ord's going to have to let that run, and that's an offside call.
Yeah.
And Murray is going to comfortably pick that one up, go behind his net. Finlayson still applying the forecheck though. Gilbert needs to think quick, plays it up to Hyde. Hyde again looking for space, holds it up and the support arrives. Dan Hyde wiped out off the puck by Kipping. Lewis goes in for a slide tackle on Gilbert.
There's a bit of a Yoshi-dashi move there by Kipping as he puts him to the ice.
Ord put the shot on. 1:30 remains in the period. Wild are going to want to see this one out quickly. Try and potentially get something out of this with Hyde. As Hyde skates in, goes again, and he's done it again, Dan Hyde!
Wow.
Blink and you'll miss it.
He gets the puck, and again down this right-hand side to the left of Craig, and he goes for that near post, top corner, gets it again. See me twice, score twice. It's now Widnes Wild 2, Whitley Warriors 1.
Well, the Wild are going to do a Chelsea now and just park the bus, I think, and shut up. That's all they need to do.
They'll be like, can we call a game now?
Yeah.
Can we call it now?
But this will give plenty of ammunition and fuel for the Warriors to come out for the remaining two periods.
Early days,
Edwards has picked that up, tries charging forward. Turned around by Weatherall. Coulter. Bad pass, gives it to Weatherall. Weatherall almost converted that. Coulter has to think quick and get back in there now and
as we
atone
come
for
to
his
1
sins.
minute remaining. 1 minute remaining.
Hughes off the half board to Edwards. Edwards takes the entire neutral zone to turn around with the puck calmly. Ends up losing it out to McDonald. 47 seconds remains. Lewis needs to think quick as...
Nice pressure.
Yeah, from Edwards.
Fanned on the shot.
He's managed to get it Edwards. Edwards got Barlow support.
Oh,
what a
well
layout
cut out.
and great defensive work by McDonald. He's allowed Holland to break forward. He takes a shot up the other end just like that, and the Warriors now showing what they're capable of.
Yeah.
Coulter, can he get it to Edwards? No, he can't. It's turned around again.
Keep playing to the buzzer, lads.
It's everything in the dying seconds of this first period. Another shot on Crane. 16 seconds left. Josh Crane sends it up to Dean Holland. Holland to Taylor. Taylor tries to find Edwards. Holland gets in there first. Barlow puts it into the corner. And that's all the Widnes are going to want to do is keep Whitley down in their zone. And
There's
they
your
do.
buzzer.
Well, a better performance from the Widnes Wild. It gives all the Widnes fans hope. It'll send a message out if it stays like this. However, I've got all hope that it's not going to.
Well, the Whitley fans a little bit stunned, but the Widnes fans really happy. They'll go off to get themselves a hot chocolate. You do the same and catch more of the action right after this short break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor the playoffs on Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to Planetized Widnes for this Morley North 1 matchup between the Widnes Wild and the Whitley Warriors. The score currently stands, as you can see on your screen. Widnes Wild have a 2-1 lead over the Warriors. But interestingly enough, Ben, if this was to be the end result today, which would be a bit of a shocker.
Well, yeah, depending on other results around the league currently at the moment, it stands D-Side Dragons 1, Billingham Stars 7. That is the latest.
Wow, so a result, a loss here for the Warriors would be handing second place to
Billingham.
To Billingham, yeah.
However, the reality is, Gary, you know as well as I do,
I'm living a dream.
there is 40 minutes of hockey, and that's 40 minutes for the Warriors to come out and play.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Well, it's going to be Finney that's going to have to answer all the questions. I guaranteed he's going to see a lot of rubber and the firepower that the Warriors are going to bring. Can they withstand the storm? We'll find out as Mr. Hamilton. Gets him to the middle. Face off and we're away, and immediately it's Wild who gain that tie up in front of the Whitley bench, but Edgar's jumped on that loose puck, skates forward. He's got Fraser in support, decides to take it himself, wrapped into the chest of Finney early, and now up the other way comes Barlow. Can he split the D? Decides to go around Wood, takes a shot into the roof of the ring. That's going to bring about a stoppage in play, but wow, that was quick.
Yeah, that was a quick turnaround there, and Barlow looking at the opportunity. Just as quick as Whitley fired on goal, Barlow has a little shot, but it goes flying into the sky. It's still 2-1 the Wild.
Face off, going to start left hand side of your screen, right hand side of Josh Crane's net. Britton goes in for the draw for the Wild. It's picked up by the Warriors quickly as they play around to Holland. Holland looks to break out to Fraser. Fraser, lovely knock on pass for Edgar. Edgar into the corner, cuts back inside, tries to put it on. Ooh! Saw that late, did Finney, but he managed to get something on it. Corson Heron's managed to pull it all the way back through, though. Bring up to the Warrior zone, and between Corson Heron and Barlow, they've now set the Wild up in the Whitley zone.
Well,
Barlow
Wild keeping the pressure on here.
Corson Heron managed to play it back out in front. Another save from Crane. And again, this time it's got in. Backdoor is Barlow from Corson Heron. Wow, the Wild have come out firing.
Well, they managed to get the puck back towards goal, and as you think they're just about to play it back to the blue line, comes across goal, and it's that man, Barlow, at the back post. It's now Widnes Wild 3, Whitley Warriors 1.
Well, it's a scoreline I certainly didn't have down, and it is a scoreline that will certainly upset a few people if it all changes at the top.
It'll upset the bookies.
Mr. Woodward drops the puck and away we go for the action back underway as Hopkins immediately on Ord sends that back for Wood, who's going to knock it over to his fair D-man. Finlayson sends it in, doesn't catch quite all of it. Taylor's going to comfortably get there, beats out Ord to it. Hopkins looks to pinch in and see Kipping off the puck. Ord's done enough to kip in. They've got it to Finlayson. Finlayson decides to put one in, comes off the blade of Gilbert's stick as he was skating across the slot. Wood sends it back around into the half boards again. Good work from Ruddock there as he snubs out. However, that wasn't a board, it looked like Ord. Hopkins to hide. Yeah, Gilbert did well to hold his line there.
Kipping just stabbing the pickle a little there, getting it out the way.
And now Gilbert sent on by Hyde. We must say a little bit of a delay getting back for this one. A few Zamboni issues in the period break seem to have been rectified. Ice given the nod, so we are away. Ooh. Murray sends it back to Hyde, takes another shot. It's Gilbert posted out on the screen this time. We'll see. The Wild are doing well. See it again now.
Yeah. Looking for that blue line. And one time it almost there, but it's soaked up by Crane. And it's still 3-1 in favour of the Wild.
Puck in possession of the Widnes side once more. They throw it forward. Williamson's going to chase that one back. Slides it up for Coulter. Through the middle, Coulter, a little bit of a hand pass, but it's been left to go. Right across the middle, that's come out the zone for Armstrong.
Yeah.
They're forced to tag up. Whitley looking to use this opportunity now to really get something going. Weatherall looks to take it all himself. Dumps it in last minute. Off the boards behind the net. Crisp goes straight to work. Puts his body right in the way of Widnes trying to clear that puck out on Williamson. Ooh. Oh, and the physicality steps up as Coulter gets rattled by Holland there. He felt that one.
Yeah.
Shakes it off and skates forward. Williamson takes it over the zone. Oh. Pulled out the air by the Whitley Warriors. Edgar sends forward for Holland. Oh. Sent back from Williamson, picked up by Edgar again. Fraser takes a swing at it about hip height. And they certainly look in control at the moment, the Warriors, but they've let it run out the zone again. McDonald's going to come to the rescue on that one. Sends it over, looking for the stretch pass. They find Edgar again. Edgar beaten out on the puck by Coulter.
Warriors.
Apologies, Fraser. Edgar's now circling round in the middle.
Here we go.
Edgar picks that puck up, looks to drop to Fraser. Instead, it's going to be Finlayson gets round there. Edgar still. Edwards couldn't quite get it past Lewis. Another effort from Finlayson, and Finlayson seems to be dictating what's going on in the play here at the moment. Edgar again in the corner, brings outside the dot. Sends it all the way across to Finlayson, who possibly had a one-timer. Pressure building. Widnes fans trying to get behind their side.
A nice attempt at trying to get it back across goal behind the defenders.
Has managed to recover it. Takes a shot side, netting. Finlayson's going to pick it up. He's in the corner. No pressure really. Being allowed to move with the puck. Decides he's going to bring it in a little bit. Puts it across. Key turnaround by Corson Heron, and here come the Wild on the breakout. Corson Heron sends it into the corner. It's going to be chased around for Edwards, who picks it up, skating in the office. Back out to Corson Heron, takes a shot.
Nice little working play there.
Yeah, you could see what they were trying to achieve.
Yeah, the puck is forced in there around the edge. It's picked up behind the goal by Edwards, fed straight back in, and opportunity missed there. But it's still Widnes Wild 3, Whitley Warriors 1.
Face off. Goes the way of the Wild. Quickly turned around by Whitley as they now try and clear the zone. Good forecheck pressure from the Wild, but they're committing 2 men to it, which leaves him short as Finlayson now makes his way through the middle. Still Finlayson. Yeah. Still Finlayson. Pickpocketed last minute by Corson Heron. He's going to try and find Barlow. Adam Wood shuts the door. Turn back around, and now, just like that, they're back on the attack. Finlayson again. Takes a shot off the leg pad to Finney. Barlow, lovely little back heel and redirect. Corson Heron to Barlow. Barlow through the middle, onto the stick of the Whitley defensive man again. And the puck there just looked like he got caught up in the official skates. Barlow starting to throw the weight round now. Ord's going to chase that one.
Very scrappy.
Apologies, Lucas. Lucas into the corner. Can he get it past Jackson? Jackson clears his own. Britain's going to chase that one up. Quick line change for the Whitley side. Hughes. Knocked on through the middle by Hyde. Crane comes out of his crease and just pokes that away. Whitley.
Oh, missed it again.
Just needs to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, I think they've been stunned a little here.
Jackson behind his own net, battles with Holland. Well, Dean Holland was calling for the holding call on Jackson on his equipment there. Hopkins manages to play it out. Harley reads where he's going to turn well, dispossesses him.
Yeah.
14 minutes gone. To go, in the second period. Still YKK Widnes Wild 3, Whitley Warriors 1.
Yeah, the Warriors seem to be a little bit stunned by that goal. And
Cohen Taylor, lovely little move there off the back of the net. He creates himself some space.
You can see they're desperately trying to get back into this. Whoa.
Hyde. Hopkins!
Oh.
What an effort that was. Crane post to post. Keeps the Warriors in this. Beautiful play there between Hyde, Gilbert and Hopkins. Gilbert now on the puck. Puts it over for Hyde.
Oh.
Coulter, in fact, as Hyde's gone off.
Yeah, too hard that.
Coulter. In from the point. Gilbert's going to chase that one behind the net. Mike Gilbert for the Wild. Holds off the challenges. Gets it back to Hopkins. Coulter. Out in front to Hopkins. Takes it off Crane's pads.
Good save.
Williamson picks it up. Decides he's going to dump it in. Allows for the quick change. Onto the ice comes Armstrong and Edwards. In the meantime, Edgar down the wing. Sends it across. Ord couldn't quite get there. He's turned around on that one though. Jamie Ord off the corner boards right out in front of that BASN sign. Beautiful it is. Sorry, am I biased? Ord goes to work.
Did you say you're buying?
Shh.
Mine's it.
Large one with ice.
Yeah.
Scoop it out. Williamson. And this, I'll be honest, I don't think Whitley were expecting the battle of being given right now.
No, and whatever training they did on Thursday night that they said they were going to do last week, after last week's game, certainly paying off at the moment, but it's still early days though, Ben.
Well, Taylor's going to have to get his legs going quick to beat out Crisp on that one. Kippin's got an opportunity here.
Oh, missed it.
And Murray, Jack Murray threw himself in the way of that last minute as Finney was still recovering into his crease.
I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of players with bruises tomorrow because that puck's hitting more players.
Well, there's a few calls there. Widnes is saying that they were beating Whitley to the puck. However, we're going back down to the Wild zone.
Well, interestingly enough though, Ben, that Fresco environmental penalty box has been rather empty.
Yeah, we've played an entire period, or no, almost a half of hockey, without the officials having to come and do his dance in front of the timekeeper's bench.
And do you know what? I think the last time the Wild played the Whitley Warriors, there was very few penalties in that as well.
And it just goes to show you again, dare I say, that the Wild do play to their opponent.
Yeah.
Coulter needs to react quickly under pressure from Holland.
We could have just bogeyed that though.
Wood. Does he play around Thompson?
Whoa, little nudge on there. Oh, 2-on-1 there.
Oh, situation good, short in. And what a save. Edgar takes it low and hard. Good answer from Miles Finney, who certainly is standing on his head at the moment. But here comes the counter-attack from the Wild. Coulter drops it back door. Barlow, it's gone in. Well, it was Coulter who put it towards Barlow, and it looks like it's been sent in off the skates of a Warriors player.
Yeah,
we'll see that again.
I think it was a bit of a mistake. Coulter sends it in, and it got deflected.
It looked like
by the look of
Thompson's
it.
stick.
Yeah. So there you have it. 10:58 remaining in this second period. It's now Widnes Wild 4, Whitley Warriors 1.
Have the Warriors faded late on in the season?
I don't know. I'm going to say it, Ben. It's still early days yet. We've got another 30 minutes or more of hockey to play.
This is certainly going to give the Wild a confidence boost, though.
it's certainly going to send a little echo around the league.
As Barlow goes straight on that forecheck pressure. Thorsten Heron holds that one up. Barlow is going to chase it up. Coulter being awarded the goal. Jackson sends it back to Hughes. Hughes comes off Jackson right out into a dangerous position.
Oh!
Hughes redeems Jackson's mistake. Warriors though looking to set up. Shot comes in, redirect right out in front from Kipping. Finney's got it.
Yeah, you'd have put money on Kipping.
Well, you see that again. Just gets himself into a space in the point there. Shot comes in, Kipping's out in front, unmarked.
Yeah. Again, he does that little trick where he just comes in behind the defence, unnoticed, and a little tap in here, and it's so simple to get a goal, but the Wild stand firm, and it's still 4-1 in favour of Widnes.
Face-off will be right-hand side of Miles Finney's net, as Barlow just having a quick word there with the official, and Matt Barlow.
How many players are on the ice?
Well, one of them, it's Adam Finlayson's been brought off the bench to speak to Mr. McKinnon here.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. 8, including the netminder.
Well, everyone's going back to the respective positions.
Off you go, boys. Off you go.
We're going to go 5-on-5, right-hand side of Finney's net. Taken by the Warriors, who from the point, taken early, spilt up. That was an opportunity. Wild have swept it away, recovered. And here come the Wild on the break with that second line. Hopkins over to Gilbert in the middle. Gilbert ends up into the corner, tries to swing it back round. McDonald shuts it down. Hopkins on the wraparound. Crane stands tall. And now up the other way to 3-man break again for the Warriors. Edgar gets it over to Fraser, couldn't reel it in. Holland's there, it's deflected off. Williamson feels that one. That's going to leave a bruise in the morning.
Oh, witch hazel. I've used that.
Fraser takes his time, sends it back round the boards. Murray. And whatever just happened then fizzles out completely.
Well, it's end to end, isn't it?
Wild now grab the reins on this one. Look for the pass in the middle. Hyde tries to find Hopkins.
Nice
this second line dialed in. Wood slams on, send Hopkins the wrong way, creates breathing space. Looking to play that puck out quickly. Warriors now, and it's the Wild telling the other teams where to make the mistakes this week. Something that they must be getting sick of having to do themselves.
Well, whatever Coach Coulter is teaching them in these training nights, it's paying off now.
Yeah, synonymous the Wild have been of late of just being the ones that cough the puck up so easily.
Yeah.
And now they're making it look the other way, but let's not write Whitley off. There's still 8:53 in this period, plus a whole another 20 minutes of hockey to play yet.
Yep.
And they don't call them champions for, any particular reason. They can go the championship rounds. They can take it all away. They've earned the right to be called it. So let's see what Whitley have got. As Riddick takes a big shot in. And interestingly, I've just noticed Riddick's now wearing the 19 shirt, not the 91, which he normally does. 19, formerly worn by Rich Hagger at the Wild. Ruddock sends it in again. Warriors look to turn it around. That's going to be an icing call. Well, 8:06 remains in this second period. I don't know about the Whitley Warriors, but I'm a little shell-shocked with the result, if I'm honest.
Well, I know somebody else would be pleased when they pick up their phones and have a look. It's certainly going to put the cat amongst the pigeons when it comes to league positions.
Face-off continues. Play once more. That one stopped. And yeah, there's the update. 8-1 Billingham Stars over the D-side Dragons.
Well, we kind
That's looking like a done deal, isn't it? Face off, left hand side of Crane's net. Warriors quick to react. Trying to clear it out, and Edwards is causing all sorts of problems for them as the 2 5s go at it. McDonald and Edwards. But it's the Warriors that come out with it and break out. What a high pass. They've managed to find Finlayson. He holds the puck well, gets a shot off. What a save, Finney. But my goodness, that's the first time we've seen some potential this period from the Warriors of getting the puck on the net. Thompson behind his own net. Played back quickly. Finlayson cuts inside, takes a shot. Finney's wise to the shot. Still looking for the rebound is Holland. Hughes called into action, rides the hit from Holland. Coulter sends the puck round. McDonald picks it up. Finlayson, it's intercepted by Edwards. Edwards puts it back on the stick of McDonald. Thompson turns it round. Thomas, apologies. Holland gets it again. Shot in, right down the throat, and Finney's feeling that one.
Yeah, you can see that. You give him Holland an opportunity like that, the puck gets fed to him. He's standing on his own on the outside wing there, fires it home. Well, Finney soaks it up, and with 6:53 remaining in this period, it's still Widnes Wild 4, Whitley Warriors 1.
Face-off will be left-hand side of Miles Finney's net in the Widnes defensive zone. On the dot, Edgar and Britton. And that's going to get recalled. So we go for a redo between Britton and Edgar. Corson Herring just being redirected there by the officials. Hughes tries to send it round for Corson Herring. It's Holland, it's in there as they tie up and ruck against the boards. Edgar digs it out. Shot comes in from Harley at the point. Look at that rebound, following it up. He does well, Finney, to send him round the corner, and it's Holland who couldn't really get anything on it.
Yeah, Wild defence doing a nutter.
Edgar gets out to Wood. Shot, redirect through. Jackson takes Fraser out the crease.
Oh, he's missed it.
Corson Herring clears the zone. He's forcing Wood back. Corson Herring dives at that one, trying to put it in the Whitley defensive zone. Pulled down by Britton. Fraser gets it. And where have this Widnes Wild team been the last few weeks?
Well, it's the kind of action we were hoping to see last week, but nevertheless, you say it, Ben, they always seem to play against the level of their opponent, and they're giving Whitley a good game today.
Well, there's a big hit in the corner on Edgar from Corson Herring that's just allowed an opening for the Wild to get in, start setting something up. Britton sent it back out in front. Corson Herring couldn't reel it in that time. In the middle, Whitley have managed to clear it down, only onto the stick of Hughes. Mid-ice knock there, Hughes loses his stick. Shot comes on, blocker save by Finney, swept away by Jackson.
And that's normally where they get punished there.
Hughes has just had to go to the bench a minute. I think he's a little bit winded after that one. Sent round by the Warriors once more. Williamson plays it up for the Wild. Barlow and Wood go to work on the boards. Puck comes up and down with snow on it. Williamson again, played forward. Weatherall turns it around on Gilbert. Williamson, third time of asking. Adam Wood there again. Barlow's reeled it in though. Created an opportunity for Hopkins to get in on it. Turned around by the Warriors. Finlayson got support on the far side, sends it over. Gilbert does enough to track with his man and Ord. It was Ord on the far side.
Still there.
Finlayson keeps the play alive though. Coming in with McDonald from the point. Sent into the glove as Kippin's looking right in front there with Jackson. And another great opportunity from the Warriors and the Wild weathered the storm.
Yeah, the Warriors keep asking, keep knocking, but nothing's going in yet. Wild playing really good defence here. 4:50 remaining in this second period. Face off to the right of Finney.
Is it fair to say that the ice is tilted in favour of the Widnes Wild?
Definitely tilted somewhere.
Armstrong into the corner. Edwards looks to send it round. It's turned out by the Warriors as they throw that forward. Kippin's going to get there first, manages to reel it in. It's brought down by Mitchell, there's no call. We are almost 2 periods of hockey in without a penalty yet, Gary, dare I say. That's probably put the knackers on it.
Yeah, don't bogey it.
Mitchell, off the driver. Sends it round for McDonald.
Could have had that on my bingo card.
Held in the middle by Holland. Drop for Edgar. Edgar back to Holland. Backdoor opportunity for Finlayson. Couldn't get there. And the Wild looking to break forward. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Mitchell, the Wild are forced to hold on to that one then, tag up, quick line change. Can they catch him on the back foot? Holland, he's got Fraser in front of him. Edwards turns it round, Coulter.
Well, they're certainly frustrating this Whitley Warriors team, aren't they?
You can see it, they're getting under the skin of the Warriors, and they're trying to get things together. You can see what the potential is, you can see what they're trying to do. It's just out the reach each time. Great opportunity we saw go awry before there with that backdoor opportunity for Finlayson.
Normally you would put your money on them to put them away, but the defence for the Wild are doing just enough to put them off.
Face-off is taken in possession of the Warriors. Great little move from Ruddock there. Just forces a mistake, and Adam Wood's going to feel that one.
Oh. Yeah, has he calls him?
I believe he has. Nothing's been given.
No, he's a tall guy, him.
Well, Wood goes back to his bench to catch his breath for a minute. Barlow, Britton, Corson Heron out for the Wild. Holland, Edgar, McDonald out for the Warriors. As they look to play that puck forward, instead it's gone back to the Wild. Warriors taking their time, looking to set something up over there now as they put bodies in front of the net, but they've overcommitted. They've left space around the back, and here come the Wild with Corson Heron. Corson Heron loses out on the foot kickboards on the far side. Edgar's grabbed it back the other way. It's a 2-on-3. Shot comes in from Phil Edgar. Barlow's going to keep that in the zone. Just allow Jackson to try and sweep it out. Betham and Thomas go to work on him. Taylor takes his time.
Oh, here you go.
But it's only cleared out so far as Yarrow drags that back in. A little bit of hockey tennis in the middle again, to in and throw in. Betham in the corner. Jackson just puts his shoulder on. Betham out front. Effort from Weatherall. Good attempt. And unfortunately there, Taylor just lost the skate in his the puck in his skates. He's managed to turn over possession though.
Yeah, just
Cohen Taylor takes his time. Drops it for Hopkins. Gilbert was crashing in on the net. Turned back the other way by the Warriors with Lucas. Lucas sends it over the opposite side of the ring. Lewis takes his time, sends it back. We're inside the final 2 minutes now.
Yeah, just over 1.5 remaining.
Warriors desperately trying to clear the zone under pressure.
Oh, he nearly got it then.
And is the inexperience of the Whitley side catching them out?
Well, it's weird. They're a little bit of 6s and 7s.
Finlayson.
Oh,
put it into the middle. Good effort. Crash the net. Net's off its moorings. You can see that happening already. Keeping his head down, going towards net. You can see it in the replay here. Finlayson holding up, puts it in the middle, and it's just a mass of bodies converging the paint area.
And during that, Kippen calls his hand a little against the post by the look of it. But the officials will refix that, and we'll go again to the left of Finney. 1:10 remaining in this period.
Ord, Kippen, Finlayson now out for the Warriors. We've got Edwards, Barlow, and Murray there. There's Coulter on the far side. Show the forward.
Whoa.
Oh, there's a call. It's a high stick.
Oh, my goodness.
It's the first one, and who is it
on? Whitley.
It's on Whitley. It's on Adam Finlayson.
Oh.
So with 1:06 remaining in this period,
the Wild are going to play out this period, a man up, and start the third.
Unless they can count and go 5-1 and go into the period break.
Let's see how we go.
4 goals up.
Face off to the left of Crane.
Coulter takes it, immediately drop back to Corson Heron to Barlow on the blue. They look to move this puck around. A minute on the clock, starts ticking.
Warriors have got to spot. Warriors have got to play smart defense here now.
Orson Heron.
There you go.
Gives it out, and that's exactly what he wants to do. Holland throws it on the net. Finney picked up at pace by Coulter. Round the back of his net. Looks to gain some pace. He's got Barlow with him for support. Sends that puck over. Hopkins. Hopkins is going to gain the zone.
30 seconds remaining.
Drops it back to Edwards. Sends it round. Barlow. Puck in the middle, pulled down by Hopkins, sent out the zone once more, and it does look like Whitley have done enough here to hold the Wild off.
Whoa.
And the Wild will start with the man advantage.
Oh.
Inside 10 seconds, puck thrown into the corner. Coulter happy to go in with the man up.
3, 2, 1, and there's your buzzer.
Shot on from Edwards' blocker, but it's going to be the Wild who start the third period. 5-on-4 with 54 seconds of the man advantage. Can they make it count? It's going to be interesting, Gary.
Well, 2 goals to the good in this period for the Wild. They go in the break, leading 4-1 over the Whitley Warriors. You want to catch more of this action? Join us right after this short break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor the playoffs on Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to Planet Ice Widnes for this third and final period with the Monolith 1 North matchup between the Widnes Wild and the Whitley Warriors. Remember, as the start of the show, we said the number 2 ranked Warriors come in today as favourites, bookies' favourites for this one. But the Wild...
Well, they've upset the barrel carts, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've found the weak spot and just gone at it. And the weak spot happened to be Danny Hyde going top shelf on Crane early on twice.
Do we say they were a wounded animal coming into this one?
I don't know, you know. I think the Wild... I've come out with something to prove, and you know we go back to the interview last week with Matt Barlow, and he said we should be hurt, we should be upset about this. You know, we can't be proud of the performances we've been putting on.
Yeah,
and I think you know he's been singing off the same hymn sheet as Coulter all season, and it's now starting to look like the rest of the team are buying in. And everyone's sort of going off the same sheet, and you are now starting to see a Widnes Wild playing together. Well,
don't forget, I also said at the top of the show there that this is a different looking Whitley team in the sense of the results they've been getting of late. And talking of results, Ben.
I'm just looking, sorry, Dan Hyde just skating right out in front of Josh Crane's net as if to say, you know I'm coming, this is my spot.
Yeah, talking of results, so I was just about to say, scores on the doors are interesting because tonight's results could be really, really... Is that 8-1?
It is. So let's not forget, Widnes Wild will start on the power play. Man advantage, that high stick call served to Adam Wood late in the second period. Sorry, Adam Finlayson, apologies. We're poised and waiting. Drop the puck and away we go. And here's the Warriors who throw it forward with Harley early on.
You said drop the puck then.
I did, yes.
Ooh.
It's like when you say the film title while watching the film.
Oh, yeah.
Gilbert finds Hyde, who Harley tries to rub out the play.
Oh.
Riddick takes his shot, pulled out the air by Crane. That'll give him some confidence, but what a play settle by the Wild.
The Warriors got out of their head on a swivel here as you see Ruddock just getting that opportunity, firing in
using
top corner.
Jackson as a screen as well, very clever. So it's going to give them a face-off though. Face-off is left-hand side of Crane's net. Britton and Kipping going for that one. Wild getting out to Ruddock again, who takes another shot. Crane freezes that one up.
Hey.
Callum Ruddock just happy taking these shots from the point all day.
Yeah, he's taking the role of Greaves here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Again, feeds out to him and clear shot straight through, but soaked up by Crane.
So face off back in the same spot.
No way, you're not going to do a third one, are you?
He goes to, but Kippen reads it. Britton has to react quickly, gets straight over there, ties up Kippen's stick, does well.
Do you know what? That was a clever play, that. Just dive on the floor, get in the way.
And now the Warriors just chewing the clock up for the next 8 seconds before Finlayson can come out. It's onto the glove of Finney, throws it on the ice. Gilbert has to turn around. Here comes Finlayson, back to 5-on-5. And now the third period can truly begin. Just in other news, it is 9-2 over at Billingham. Both teams scoring another one. So the Stars.
It's at the Dragons, though, isn't it?
It is.
Sorry, yeah. D-side. It's not the result D-side would have wanted. And it's certainly not the result Whitley would like.
No, as they stare down a 3-goal deficit at the moment. Looking to set something up behind their own net. 3 Whitley players. McDonald is going to let that one run. Wild. Tie up on the boards and come out with Coulter. Coulter gets over to Corson Heron. Corson Heron into the middle, turned around by the Whitley defensive man. And they're going to go for a quick change.
Well, if I was...
That was Lucas, Jay Lucas.
If I was Widnes Wild, I wouldn't be parking the bus right now, because don't take this result for granted.
No.
Whitley could easily be back on that board.
Finlayson's now turned the puck over in the Wild zone. Looking to set something up, and shot comes in.
Oh,
you see Weatherall was skating in and Kippen. And it's Kippen, Edgar and Harley who seem to be the danger men at the moment, and Finlayson as well. They're the ones that are really making things happen. Weatherall sends it back round.
Oh, it's going to come in. And it's out.
And they've turned around. Potentially, Gary, as our producer just points out a great point to me there, this could hand Solway the title.
Well, I think we said it at the top of the show, really.
There's a stick to the face there.
I thought it was a
Coulter
done...
who gets that one.
Yeah, I thought it was almost a done deal anyway with Solway. And as quickly
Adam Woods go in the box.
Yeah, as quickly as Whitley get their 5th man back on the ice, they go 1 down again.
Poor Joey Coulter seems to always be the one catching it in the face at the moment. But we're on to our second penalty.
That's not bad, you know. 2 penalties in a game like this.
But it's handed the man advantage once more to the Wild as they're starting to find form again. Jackson behind the net, plays it out in front, ties up with the official skate. Has to react quickly to that, and it's going to be Edgar who gets around Britton. Phil Edgar at pace, comes bearing down on Ruddock, and it's Hyde who comes from behind and knocks the stick away to dispossess him. McDonald has now got the puck back. They're looking to send that one forward.
Yeah, he's trying a little bit too much there on his own.
Edgar, again dispossessed. Turned around by Gilbert, who drags that back into the Whitley zone, and they look to set up with Jackson behind the net. He just sends his man into the boards. Corson Heron.
Oh, he's knocked off.
And Weatherall. And Jackson's going to hold that one up. 1:14 remains on the power play. That's up and out of play. And we're going up the other end with 1:11 left on the power play, 16:24 in the game.
Well, you've got to say, the Warriors are trying desperately, but they're not doing themselves any favours getting penalties. They need to keep these players all on the ice. And they need to get a point on the board. To me, Ben, the next goal is crucial either way.
Well, the results around the league tonight do change a lot of things as well. The other game ongoing at the moment, Solway Sharks versus Solihull Barons. Barons just ahead of the Wild, and that currently stands at 4-1 last time we checked to Solway, which means it stays like that. The Barons don't score any points. The Wild are potentially looking at coming away with 2 here.
Ooh.
And then they go to face Billingham tomorrow night.
And again, they're trying for that near post.
Wild banging on the door with Barlow now. He's got Kippen staring him down. Sends it to the point. Gets it back.
Whoa, lost it.
Harley gets in there. He's got it to Kippen.
Yeah.
Puts it right in the middle of the fairway.
There's 38 seconds remaining on the power play.
Thrown forward again. And Hopkins just didn't get the memo to move his legs. That's going to be a A throwaway puck, an icing back down the other way. 29 seconds left on the power play, 15:42 in the game. So we're inside the final minute up over at Billingham. It's going to be interesting to see whether, well, there's going to be a long trip, shall we say, back. Apologies, it is at D-side. You are right.
Of course I am.
Of course you are, yes.
Of course I am, sir. You, sir. Face off to the right of Finney. Did the Wild come away with that?
Looking to try and get something going within these final 20 seconds, but it's Whitley now starting to really wake up and pressure the Wild with Finlinson. Finlinson all over Barlow. Lovely little move from Barlow. Just creates some space and allows him to get the burners going. He picks through two players. That was Finlinson and Fraser into the corner. Turn to third. There goes the power play. Wood back on the ice. However, the Wild are now set up in the Whitley zone. Hopkins loses that one out. Coulter has to chase it back to Corson Heron. Corson Heron looking for the quick up. Decides to take it himself. Corson Heron around McDonald. Looking for support from Edwards, who got the nod a little too late on that one. Holland turns it around, neutral ice.
Whoa.
Throws it back door for Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar looking at the far post.
Edgar winds up, throws slot, second bite of the cherry, gets a shot away. Fair sign of rubber this period that Finney's seen. Yeah, Hopkins centre forward for Barlow. That's going to run over Barlow, stick for Edgar. Looking to capitalise on the change. Holland skates his shot and puts it in Rowe's head off the playoff banner.
Yeah, you could see himself winding himself up, ready for that one.
You see Finney there looking cool, calm and collective.
Well, he's got to be happy with his defence tonight because they've done a good job. They've got in the way of these shots. They've done enough to put the Warriors off. Warriors win that one and it's sent round the backboards.
7-1 currently the score. Solway versus Solihull.
Wow, and that's only the first period, is it?
I think it's second now.
All right. Oh,
that one into the chest of Finney. See that one again, and Warriors starting to build momentum.
Yeah, you can see them feed that in from.
Is it too little too late though? 14 minutes and 3 goals is the ask.
Yeah, they're looking to just try and get a deflection in there in the near post.
As much as Wild is still going forward, part of you thinks maybe they're holding back a little bit, trying to save something in the tank for tomorrow night.
Well, Wild have got that long trip up to Billingham.
And that is going to be a big game around the league, never mind for those two teams alone.
Yeah, Billingham looking to make it a 4-point weekend.
As will the Wild by the look of it. Armstrong turns that over to Holland. Holland throws it for potential. Try for Whitley. And
again, they thwarted.
Yeah, they just managed to snub everything out at the moment and extinguish it. Blocked by Holland, sent round. Wild pick it up. Gilbert out front. Crane saw that late. Flicks it from his glove to his stick. Sends it round the corner. And Whitley at 6s and 7s at the moment. And all hands on deck situation. Thrown forward. Weatherall can't grasp that in. 13-10.
Well, I wonder what was said in the dressing room after that second period for the Whitley Warriors, because find themselves in the unusual position of being 3 goals behind here at Widnes Wild.
Face-off will be left-hand side of Crane's net. Draw win again for the Wild. Williamson called into action quickly though as Finlinson digs that out, drags it into the neutral zone, holds it up, looks for support. Wild coming in. Yeah. They've managed to drag it over with Weatherall. Andy Weatherall into the corner. Lets it run for Edgar. Edgar picks it up. Sent round again. Wild get in on that. Clear the zone. Edgar's going to skate over. Loose puck picked up by Phil Edgar. Looks to go all the way by himself. But the traffic turns him away. And now at pace comes Corson Heron. Corson Heron, little through the legs, back to Barlow. What an opportunity that was! That was a dirty dangle, I must say. Put it through the legs, absolutely sat Crane down.
You can't say that.
I just did. Barlow. And this should put the message out of how the Wild are feeling at the moment. That confident enough to start trying stuff like this.
Well, it's the kind of play that the Widnes fans will be happy to see.
As Coulter takes the puck off Kipping, takes possession, but Ord's chasing him down.
Nice little back pass, sends it the wrong way.
Couldn't quite control that one. Yarrow jumps in on that, gets his own. Yarrow into the corner. Owen Yarrow looking for support, gets it out front.
Oh.
Good effort from Ord. Smashes it on the pads of Finney.
Yeah, good save.
And you can see Whitley starting to grab hold of things to throw now, including the kitchen sink by the looks of it.
Yeah, desperation in it to try and get something on the board. Time
Edwards
ticking away.
rides that check, but it's the Wild to clear the zone once more. Great play this time by Jamie Ord. Just took the Wild off the puck in the middle. Yarrow again sends it over to his D-man McDonald. McDonald looks up ice, sends it forward, comes off the stick of Armstrong. Kipping decides he's going to throw it in. Fresh legs on for Whitley.
It's puck retention for the Warriors, isn't it, really? They need to keep hold of it.
Murray has to think quick. Sends it forward to Armstrong, who's taken out the play by Thomas. The other way is the battle of the number 5s and choose again. Edwards on McDonald. McDonald wins this time. Sends it up to Edgar. Edgar turns it around. Looking for that outbreak pass. Manages to find it in the middle. Holland sends it over. McDonald, neutral ice. Sent back in again. Going to chase that up on Armstrong. Puts the body on.
Whoa, little clash there.
But here comes Armstrong on the Wild. Ken Armstrong does enough to gain the zone. Dumps it in. Clever play. Just chewing that clock up. 10 minutes 22 remains. Edgar at pace up the other way. Much cleaner change from the Wild this time as Lewis sees an opportunity. He takes a deflection and sends it wide of the post. Hyde has to think quick. Does so, put it out in the front of Gilbert, who knocks it on for Hopkins, intercepted by Wood. Wood sends it back for Harley. Harley trying to find somebody out in front, does in the form of Weatherall, puts it on net. Great shot, great save.
Well, the pace has certainly picked up in this third period.
You can start feeling Whitley really getting into the game now.
Yeah.
Is it too much too late though?
Well, Widnes got to keep their head on a swivel. We know that Whitley can score goals and they can score them quickly.
Face off left hand side of Finney. Britton Kipping going for that one. Hughes tried to play it down the board, but instead it's come off the official. Favourable for the Warriors. Drops it back for Finlayson. Under pressure from two Wild players. Harley on the opposite side takes a shot. What a play by Weatherall. He pulled it down.
Great defensive play.
Had it sat there and they've swept it away out the paint.
Compared to last week, what a completely different defence.
Corson Herring tried to poke check Wood there. Look for another quick up and they found it. Ord puts it in the middle, tried to find Fraser. Battling shoes on the boards again. Wild come out in possession. And this seems to be a favourable place for the Wild at the moment. Jackson charging forward with it, but they've created an overlap. McDonald.
Whitley struggling to get down to that.
Coulter.
Wild end.
Puts it towards net. Comfortably steered away by Crane. Barlow and Edwards on the ice forward. On the forward check again. Reese Edwards all over McDonald, and there's the call.
Yeah. Whoa, hello.
Well, a little bit of afters, we'll see it in the replay.
Yeah, Reese Edwards.
They just sat off the puck waiting for the Whitley players to touch it up.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional. He was just looking to. He was thought he was going to go around the back of the net. When he cut in front of him, he just naturally put a stick out to try and tap the puck away.
It was Thomas, and he's been told for it. But the first power play of the evening, with 8 minutes 25 seconds left, in favour of the Whitley Warriors.
Well, if you want to hand an opportunity to try and get on the board, this would be it.
Exactly. And it would give them some fire. I tell you, well, it's going to be Gilbert and Edgar in for the draw. Good tie up by Mike Gilbert, but Edgar's come out with it. They've managed to clear the zone. Wood sends it over.
Well, keeping them up this end's not what Whitley need.
No. The official call being made. Reese Edwards, 2 minutes for tripping. As Adam Wood again picks up pace, comes round the back of the net, lays the puck off.
And again, it comes
Loose pass to Harley. Warriors having forced to reset and go again. 1:28 left on the power play.
They've got to keep it inside that area.
Edgar gets round Corson Heron.
Here we go.
Still Edgar through the middle, drops it to Harley. Harley to Edgar. Fans getting behind the home side. Wood
Circling
open
it
back
round.
door, and you can see great rotation of the puck.
Yeah. Got to look for that opportunity. Oh, and they've got it back.
Just biding the time. Widnes doing enough at the moment to.
Oh, Widnes.
No, kept alive. Williamson again.
Yeah, kept
Not
in.
quite enough on it. 52 seconds on the power play.
Here we
Shot
go.
comes in through traffic.
Oh,
Deflected off a couple of sticks and away. And Whitley trying to get it out in front now desperately. Managed to get it to Edgar at the blue. Shot comes in. It's off the glove of Finney, up and away. And that's going to trickle down to the net of Crane as both sides go for a quick change.
yeah, and 30
Edgar.
seconds remaining in the penalty.
Hyde comes straight over. Ord picks it up. Gets it to Holland in the middle. Out in front and Hyde. Well, has it gone in? It is. It has gone in.
Trickled in between his legs.
We'll see it again. They've made it pay. It's Holland there. He throws it forward.
Oh, right between him.
And he's mixed up with Dan Hyde. Hyde hangs his head. You see it there.
Well,
He's gifted them a goal.
so it's now Widnes Wild 4, Whitley Warriors 2.
Well, it seemed to be a little bit of an issue with the light initially behind the goal there, but it seems to be done now.
So is this the start that Whitley needs to try and get back? We've just got 6:40 remaining in this period to try and equalise things up.
Finlayson picks it up at pace. Whitley bit between the teeth now. Weatherall goes to work behind the net, comes out with it. Off the half boards, gets it to McDonald, sends it back in. It's going to go all the way round. Thomas gets there, ridden off it by Reese. And Reese Edwards not afraid to throw that body round. Wild trying to get back in on possession. Hughes looks to play it out. Big stretch pass forward. McDonald reads it well. Armstrong gets there, gets round, Kipping. Ken Armstrong to Edwards. Back out to Coulter. Well, one of the players loses. Kipping loses his edge. Oh, there's a call behind the net. It's a tripping call on Thomas. It's handed an advantage back to the Widnes Wild.
Oh dear.
And out of the 5:56 remaining, they've got a man advantage for two of it.
Well, Armstrong did enough.
Ken Armstrong, I think, just used every last little bit of skill he had to waggle that right stick and get through.
Oh well.
He will be missed at the end of this season.
So face off to the left of Crane's net.
It's Britton and Edgar in for the draw.
Wild get it.
Ruddock at that point again. Gets to Britton. Britton has to react quickly. Gilbert, what's he going to do? Takes the shot out. Oh, it doesn't. Puts it out back.
Oh!
Looking for the wraparound was Hyde. Hyde's hungry for the hat-trick. Into the glove of Finney. Absolutely pulls it out the air like a man possessed.
Yeah. Wild are fielding a little bit confident at the moment.
Yeah, that you can feel a little bit of swagger about them.
Yeah.
Ruddock has to think quick, gets around Holland.
Don't get too cocky with it, boys. You've got to remember there's another
Sent in for
5
Hyde.
minutes.
Can he beat out Wood? No, Wood gets there, tries to clear it. Britton's at the point ready for it though. Sends it back in to Hyde. Hyde once more. Pressure in the corner. Looking for support. He's got Ruddock the other way. Well, there's a call coming.
Oh dear.
Jackson, is that Kipping? And it is. Kipping not happy with Jackson. Jackson skates away, but he's going the box as well apparently. Cross check for Jackson. Roughing for Kipping. We're going 4-on-4.
No,
4 on 3.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, Kipping gives the chicken wings to Jackson on the way in the box. Make mine a large portion, Sean. That continues into the box afterwards.
So is that offsetting?
So we will find out now
No, it's 4.
how this plays out.
5 on 4, so yeah.
5 on 3.
No, 5 on 4.
It is 5 on 4.
Yeah.
So it is offsetting yet. So we stay as we were. McDonald picks it up off the draw for Whitley and throws it straight down the other end. We'll wait for the official call now. Yeah, 2-minute minor penalty for roughing. It looked like he was giving cross-checking at first. So both him and Kippy go the box for offsets.
Yeah, incidental.
And now Wild just knocking this puck round, chewing the clock up. Sent forward again. Whitley looking to clear it out, and they do so to Corson Heron. 22 seconds left on the initial penalty save to Thomas. Hopkins plays that forward to Barlow. Barlow sends it across the ice to Corson Heron. Coulter picks that one up, gets round 1, gets round 2. Weatherall gets his stick on it though. Turns it forward for Finlayson to try and chase down. Barlow's forced back. 3, 2, 1. Trapdoor opens. Thomas is back on. We're full strength hockey. Barlow looking for the call there. Decides he doesn't want it now. He wants to go all the way. Matt Barlow deeks and twists. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards in the corner. Can he get it out in front? It's Holland who gets in there, dispossesses it and shuts down that Widnes play. And here come the Warriors up the other way. Edgar down that far wing. He's got support in the middle. Gets it across. What an opportunity that was. And that was Connor Lewis. Gets his stick down in time.
Yeah.
Steers it on net.
Looked a little bit slow. Not enough on that. If it had been a bit quicker, that would have been in.
Corson Heron's picked that up. Neutral zone once more. We call it the neutral zone, however. It does seem that Lewis. Gilbert! I was going to say. It does seem like it's a Wild zone at the moment, but it's Gilbert who's made it pay. We see it again now. Apologies for the technical interference there, but Gilbert picks it up. Absolutely weaves round Crane, sits him down and puts it in the back. And just like that, it's Widnes Wild 5, Whitley Warriors 2. Well, again, we apologise for the technical issues we're experiencing there.
Yeah,
but is that the nail in the coffin?
Yeah, could be. I mean, when the Warriors got that second goal, I thought we're going to start seeing something happen now. They turned it up a little bit, but the Wild have got the goal. It's now Widnes Wild 5, Whitley Warriors 2, and that's...
Well, 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
It's a big ask for 3 goals, Gary. It's doable. Not saying it's not.
If you were Solway, it is, yeah.
And here comes Hyde of the Wild again. Dan Hyde feeling really confident still after his hat-trick goal. Gilbert sends it back around. Works away to try and dig it out. He's got it back, Gilbert. Still Gilbert. What's he going to do? Behind the net. Gets it out to the point to Murray. Gilbert to Armstrong, who looked for the little chip over the stick of Crane.
Yeah, Crane was worried that had gone past him then.
Wood loses out to Gilbert, ties up on the board, chewing the clock up again. 2 minutes 20 remains.
Well scooped
and off
up.
the puck, just seeing there that Murray being put to the deck as well as Hyde. There's going to be a call. That's a hand pass. So we're going up the end of the Wild.
2 minutes.
Kippen and Jackson return to their respective penalty benches.
2 minutes 11 remaining in this third and final period. It's Widnes Wild 5, Whitley Warriors 2.
Everything seems to be getting a bit scrambled.
Yeah.
The script for the game, I'll signal my mouth. Well, interestingly here now, we've got Lucas looked like he came straight in then on Hopkins.
Yeah. Everybody's looking going, what was that? What happened there? Should we go again, boys? Here we go. Face off to the right of Finney. Careful. Oh.
You can see what the players there. Shot in from McDonald. Oh. What a save from Finney. Blocker. They can't clear it. They do now with Coulter defiant. Hopkins up front. Hopkins into the corner. McDonald, great poke check. Dispossesses him. Sent back for Lucas where Riddick's going to meet him. Final 2 minutes. Coulter. Sends it back for Riddick. And what a game this has been for the Wild. Coulter. Great play again from that man McDonald. And I'd have to give it, McDonald's been my man of the match for Whitley. He's certainly been a nuisance for them, driving forward and then shutting the door in the neutral zone plenty of times. Edwards played forward.
Oh, nice little play.
Apologies with Taylor. Sent forward for Edwards.
Whoa!
And Yarrow. That's a big hit. Is that a boarding call?
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, we've got gloves. Hughes, well, Yarrow wants to go. Hughes isn't interested. Yarrow's battling an unwilling component. He's going to get tossed for that.
Well,
that's not good.
Lost his rag a little bit there.
You see Dean Holland now. Is Holland going to go with someone? We're seeing the replay there, the tussle. It's still ongoing while the replay's showing, guys, so we will get back to it in a minute. But you see there, you catch the last back end of it. Owen Yarrow's been thrown for that one into the penalty box.
Yeah, a bit of disco dancing there. Nobody really.
Wild fans are happy over that.
Wow.
We don't know what was said there between Hughes, but somebody from the Wild's coming to sit as well.
Well, I think, yeah, they will do because
1 minute 12 left.
If you think about it, they've responded, whoever it was on the Wild side.
Oh, and there's still words being exchanged between
Hughes, yeah. And it'd be because he retaliated because of the boarding on Edwards.
Well, there's a lot of words being exchanged. Dean Holland not happy with Hughes. Wood not happy with Hughes. Kippin not happy with Hughes. Wood and Jackson.
Wood's skating around going, does anybody want to go?
It does feel like that Whitley are wanting somebody to answer for this.
Well, they're not happy, are they?
Barlow's now talking to Wood on the far side.
And just saying, look, mate, you're way taller than me. I wouldn't even be able to reach you.
Well, with 1 minute 12, is it the cherry on the cake?
Yeah. Do you know what? Other than that little incident then, which we thought was going to be coming because you could see Whitley are not happy being on the wrong end of this result. And Bez Hughes.
Well, he's carrying on in the box. They're explaining the situation.
Well, of course, Bez and Sean know each other.
Yeah, they both iced at D side at one time. Well, we'll await the official verdict now from Mr. Hamilton.
Kippin's not in there, is he?
No, Kippin's not. Jarrow.
Jarrow's in there, okay, yeah.
So,
apologies. Of course, Kippin's
there we go.
over there.
Owen Yarrow goes 2 minutes. Boarding. For plus 2 minutes roughing. So, Hughes gets 2 minutes for roughing, Yarrow gets 2 minutes for roughing, and the 2 minutes for boarding. I know we don't talk about it, Gary. It's been a very sensitive subject all season about the state of refereeing and the consistency. But we've been to games this season where we've seen similar situation happen, where there has been a fight break out like that, an unwilling combatant, and the initiate has been tossed from the game.
I get that. The thing is, though, in the eyes of the rules, Widnes Wild pursued Yarrow after he boarded. So that was...
yes, I understand that.
That's the difference. And as you well know, Ben, and, from our times in American football, the officials always see the afters and never normally see the actual...
Bethan being sent to sit the other 2 minutes.
So it's 5-on-4.
5-on-4 power play in favour of the Widnes Wild.
For this remaining 1 minute and 5 seconds, 4 as we count.
And it's the Wild in possession of this puck.
Well, Widnes got to be careful because Whitley are a very angry animal now.
Inside the final minute, Edgar's picked it up. Backdoor opportunity for Holland.
Oh!
Sails through the crease. Finney was already down for it. Edwards back up on the ice. Corson Heron decides to just throw it in.
Oh, and it's, getting physical now.
Yeah, physicality stepped up. Shot comes back in, deflected off skates. Edgar just lets it run. Harley throws it over where Gilbert picks it up and sends it over to Murray. And the Wild literally just going through formalities.
Yeah. And we're down to the last 10 seconds now.
Having to move the puck still as Edwards isn't giving up. Just seeing off the puck that time.
By Woods.
Harley throws it on net, and that's going to be the ball game if you call it that.
Well, those Widnes
Well, the results
fans,
I didn't have down on paper, Gary, I'll be honest.
Widnes fans well happy with the results, as are the players.
Oh, and there's unfortunately some of the Widnes staff having to be removed from the rink quickly, aggravating some of the Whitley players, as we saw Sean Kipping just skating over to the edge of the bench. That's being dealt with. In the meantime, let's get back to actually what's happening on the ice.
Oh,
And
who's that in the penalty box? Is that little Alfie? Yeah,
yeah, he is. He's down there.
Yeah, there he is. I'll give him a wave.
So, what a performance put on by the Widnes Wild. A performance of which they knew they were capable of.
Yeah, so happy smiles on the faces of the Wild players after last week's performance.
And what a performance it was. That's going to change the league around tonight as Billingham have skated out victors over the D-side Dragons. Whitley have lost the game to the Widnes Wild. So, the table, for one night only could it be, stands Solway Sharks 1, Billingham Stars in second, Whitley Warriors in third, and the Solihull Barons in fourth. And what a matchup it leads all tomorrow. Plenty of games around the league. Keep your eyes on that. It's going to be Billingham Stars and the Widnes Wild.
Technical issues, isn't that
Yeah,
always the way?
technical gremlins everywhere.
So, do you know what, Ben? The fans have been treated to a good game of hockey here tonight.
Yeah,
against an opponent which, on form, you would have had Whitley Warriors to walk away with the result.
Oh, certainly, you know, most times, I don't know what it is, or whether we said, like we said, they've burnt out because they gave it all early on in the season. To me, even though they were looking impressive tonight, I'm going to go as far as saying Widnes still didn't look like they threw everything tonight. They never really got to top gear.
Well, you got Harper missing, haven't you?
Well, yeah, and that could be dangerous going in tomorrow against Billingham, had they
Yeah.
still got fuel in the gas tank.
A long trip up northeast. Both teams looking for a 4-point weekend.
Yeah.
Billingham looking for it even more so because after tonight's result here at Planet Ice Widnes, that result does not do Whitley any favours. It's handed the reins a little bit to Billingham.
Well, like I say, it's now Solway, Billingham, Whitley, Solihull.
Yeah, it does change things. And of course, this is the beauty of ice hockey. When you're in that run-off towards the end of the season, you do see results changing. And of course, you know, even though it doesn't finish, whoever finishes top, then whoever finishes second, that second place means that your opponent in the playoffs is going to be somebody different. And I'm sure everybody was quite happy where they were.
Well, yeah.
But that's not going to be the case now.
No, so essentially, if it stays as is, Billingham will get Blackburn, and that now means that Whitley have got to go face the Dragons.
Well, no, the Dragons will have to go and face Whitley.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and
It'll
do you know what?
That'll be a good game, that
Yeah,
one.
the Dragons are not a team you want to face at the moment, but saying that, they're on the wrong end of results against Billingham at home.
Yeah, very much so.
Goes to show any team on their day can win if they want it bad enough. And tonight, Widnes Wild proved they wanted it bad enough. I've been Gary Lee.
I've been Ben Lee.
And we've been Drop the Puck.